movement.
Citation, spreading love to the nation.
Yes, I Satori
Gotta put it
movement.
on the walls. Real soldiers, way out there on the battlefield. Life is a journey and I'm gonna chart it. The sky is the limit. Get a youth free.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy moneymarkj back with another video. And this will be part 3 of the 55-gallon do-it-yourself Sump Refugium. As you guys can see, I'm back out in the backyard. Guys, look at this weather, man. It's beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Nice, dark, and gloomy. That's how I like my days. I don't know why. I'm weird, but I love dark, gloomy days. But anyway, just out here in the backyard again with the tank. And as you guys can see, from part 2 to part 3, I've made a couple of minor changes. If you don't see them now, I'm about to show you. First off, I added this little corner contraption right here. This will serve as a bubble diffuser, if you will. I will have PVC pipe coming into this chamber right here, going down almost down to the bottom of that chamber. And what I plan or assume will happen is, as the bubbles come out of that PVC piping, the bubbles will diffuse and come back to the top, and then it will overflow into this chamber right here, this first chamber with your protein skimmer and the mag drive 24. I thought about it, you know, I was thinking, why just have a lot of bubbles in here when I can create a little something for cheap, still use the acrylic pieces that I had. Why not do it? So that's what I've done. I've created that, and we're going to do a leak test on that part right there. And I've also mentioned before that this piece right here was kind of bowing a little bit, but I've since added another piece of acrylic. As you guys can see, this is the bottom of the piece right here. This is the top. It's flush with this, and hopefully that will add some more support, which it does feel stronger already. And I just have these little guys in here just to, you know, block any bubbles or whatever. But we're gonna do a little test on this and see how the aquarium holds out, and see how it functions and how the water movement is inside the Sump Refugium. And I know I promised you guys a visit to the glass shop, and I do apologize about that. I was rushing for work in the morning, forgot the camera and all that good stuff, and I didn't really have anything good to record the video on except my phone, but excuse my hands. But here in Charlotte, it's been, like I said, you guys been hearing me saying, around 200 to 400 degrees, and I tell you, this tank has had me singing songs, or I'm sorry, this heat's had me been singing songs. It's been crazy, and I got lost. Charlotte is very bad with roads. You'll get lost quick, and I got lost trying to find a place, and I went there. But I will tell you this, I did get some information about the 55-gallon do-it-yourself Sump Refugium, and I was told that only the bottom part of this tank is tempered glass. So I am very, very happy. Very, very happy. You know, I took it there to them, they looked at it, and you know, they're glass experts, and they said that usually, just like I told you guys in the other video, usually just the bottom part will be tempered, but the rest of the glass is not tempered. So I will be drilling a hole. Stay tuned, that will be on this video also. That will be the next clip. But anyway, let's get water in this first chamber right here. We got a Maxi Jet 12 hooked on right here that we're going to be running, and we're just going to be turning over the water in a big circle. Alright, so let's get to the spigot. Yeah, spigot, yeah. I'm gonna start saying that every time I go to a water spigot now. Alright, so let's see how good this bubble fuser is. Or we call it a bubble trap. Get my water hose here first. And let's go. First, let's do a leak test on it. As you guys can see, no water leaking out. Love it. Now let's do it. Now I don't really think that my water will be this strong coming out. It might be, but we'll see when it fills up. See what happens. You guys can see this is flowing over here, and basically right now you see a lot of bubbles here because of the water level being low right here and not rising up. But once that water level right here rises up a little bit, those bubbles will decrease, will die off, and we should be good. So this first chamber right here that you see, it's the same size as these chambers, or the same height. And the other chamber on the side is a little bit taller than this one. If you ask me why I did it like that, really can't give you a good answer. I'm be honest, I really can't give you a good answer. I had some leftover pieces of acrylic, used them, and let's see how they work. Alright, so we see that first stage is filling up nice, and look at that. No, hardly any bubbles. Spilling over to the next section. So you guys can see, and look at that, beautiful, no bubbles at all. Beautiful, nice even flow. Guys, look at that. Nice even flow. That's what I'm talking about. I love this hobby. I really do, especially when good things happen. You know, a lot of us get pissed off and mad when the bad things happen, but that's part of this hobby, and you just got to know, you know, how to put out the fire if it does happen. We don't want to create fires or have any fires in our tank, but once a fire does happen or occur in our tank, we want to know how do we handle it, and that's all a part of learning in this hobby. So as you guys can see, the second chamber is filling up. Man, I'm really liking this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm loving this. And I also made it to where if I wanted to, this corner chamber right here, I can put one of these foam pads in it. I don't think I will because there's no need to. And I don't want to get anything trapped on the bottom here of that corner bubble trap. But maybe I should have the PVC pipe in there, and that's all. Look how smooth that is. No bubbles at all. And again, guys, these bubbles right here are because the water level is low. Once it rises up, these bubbles will go away. Alright? So let's see what we got here. Fill it on up. See if we can get another shot here at the corner. Guys, really cheap, inexpensive tools to use. If you guys want to go out and buy a $400 sump, that's fine. No problem with that at all. I mean, by all means, do what's in your budget and do what makes you happy. That's what this hobby's about, is doing what makes you happy, really, and also successful. But me, I'm a DIY guy. I like this. I custom made this sump to my specific needs for the simple price of 50 bucks. And if you guys can remember, when I was making my 55-gallon, putting it together, I had talked about building my own sump out of acrylic pieces, but that plan never came around. So I just used those same acrylic pieces that I bought for that project and used them on this project. So you will have to buy acrylic pieces. I would recommend anybody to buy the thickest acrylic pieces or plexiglass pieces you can find. You want to buy that. You don't want to go cheap and buy the skinny pieces. Buy the thickest pieces you can find. Get the right measurements for the tank on the inside diameter, because you don't want to have to keep going back and getting pieces cut. And you know, they say once you cut acrylic and you need to cut a smaller amount, it's hard to cut it. They can't do it, and you have really kicked yourself in the butt. So make sure you got the right measurements. And you know, if you guys need any help with this, man, let me know. It's my first time doing this, and it worked out pretty good. Let's see here. Here we have the water level is a little bit higher than the baffle here. I'm not too concerned about that. I was really concerned about this part right here, but it looks like it'll be okay. Got the water filling up right here in this chamber, and I will wait till the water gets about right here to turn it off, which will be right about now. Let me go to the spigot, yeah, the spigot, yeah. Turn the spigot off here. Okay. The water hose is out. The sump is filled with water. The jet is running right now. MaxJet 1200. Has this tubing hooked up to it, and as you guys can see, the water's going in, trapping any bubbles. Again, this pump is not as powerful as the pump I will be running, so there will probably be more bubbles inside this chamber right here, but I hope and I intend that these bubbles will, you know, disappear or get caught up as much as possible. We have the protein skimmer section, we have the Refugium section, and then we have the return section. Let's see if we see a little bowing in this area here. A lot better than before. I'm happy with this right here. I'm expecting it to be perfectly straight, but it's good enough. Got that extra support right here, and as you guys can see, I have this bubble trap also, which is also full of the sponge right here, and this will help eliminate any extra further bubbles from getting to the return section. So the water will come over, come down, and then come under. I would put filter pads on it. I might not go that route because it's just the fact that I've had filter pads on my 150 before, and they just get clogged up way too fast, and then the water will start to rise up here and then start to rise up, and it's just a big mess. So I might just use these sponges. Just keep it simple, you know. And like I said, when I put the external pump on this tank, we'll really see what we need to do. We'll make any changes as we go. I will keep Chemi Pure Elite in the bags in this chamber also on top of the sponges here. I will not be using a false band reactor. Will not be using one of those. And I will mention that more in the videos when I show you guys the 150-gallon tank itself, and show you the dimensions in the glass and why I'm not going to be using that. But as you guys can see, water's moving over nicely, falling over nicely, falling down to the bubble trap, and getting sucked back up by the pump. And I keep my water level max, probably like right here. It's just good max water level. Don't want to get too high. I want the water to kind of fall over a little bit. And my lows will probably be down by here somewhere. I don't know, it depends. It depends on where I put the hole for the external pump. But anyway, guys, this is it. The tank is actually completed. It's ready to go. I will, like I said, the next clip you'll see is me drilling the hole. That's what I'm kind of nervous about, scared about, but I think we'll be successful. I've read a lot of information, saw a lot of videos on how to drill a hole, and if I drill this hole successfully, hey, you never know what the future holds in drilling holes in tanks. Hint, hint. Alright, so moneymarkj here. Let's get to drilling this tank. Alright, peace.
Guarding alone, and I've got works to do. Guarding alone, the most I see us too. Guarding alone, and I'm guarding it alone, yes. And I have seen violence upon the wicked man, so glad I've girded their line. In the biblical of life, it was written and said, Rasta break all confine. Ain't tell me who gonna hear our solemn cry when the youths are all doomed to die. It's only sepulchre, mass grave digging, wreaths and roses in this modern time.
Alright, YouTube, we're back, and as you guys can see, the glass is finally cut. Oh man, it took me like 15-20 minutes. And I was nervous while I was doing it, but as you guys can see, the hole is there. Got some little nicks here. As I was starting the glass, the hardest part for me was actually starting the drill bit on a flat surface. That's the hardest part, but once you get it going, you're kind of good. And I'm not really worried about these little parts right here because the bulkhead will fit in there. As you guys can see right here, how thick the glass actually was. Got some thick glass right there, if you guys can see that real good. Really, really thick. So this is the bulkhead. This is just an example. I'm not going to be using this bulkhead, but this is just an example of how it fits. Let me see if I can come on the other side here. Bear with me, guys. Put this right right there. Screw this on. So you guys see how it will fit. Bulkhead actually will come out. PVC pipe will be on here. And then on the inside of the tank, you see the bulkhead. So the glass hole is cut, and I'm really happy with this, guys. It's really easy. It's not as hard. Just don't put too much pressure on it. Let the drill bit, cut the glass itself, and you'll have a successful hole being cut out your glass. All right. So hope you guys like the video. This completes the part 3 of 3 Refugium sump build. Next project we're working on, guys, it will be the stand. So you guys stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that video. Thanks, guys, for watching, and y'all be easy. Peace.